Welcome to episode number 4 of drawing this pegacorn, this mythical creature that I'm making up as I go. You could call it anything you want. You can call it a unisys or a sisayun or a pegas, I don't know. Anyways, it is whatever you want to call it, whatever I want to call it. I'm thinking about a name right now. So if anybody has an idea of a name for this creature, you could spit it out. Let me know, because I'm up for suggestions, something mythical, or maybe not. Call her Martha or Gertrude. No, probably not going to do that name. But anyway, so now you can see what I'm doing. I decided I wanted to start out just doing something different. I like doing the curls, and so I'm going to want to make them more defined. I want to give it more of a gold color, and so I want to outline it with orange, maybe a little brown. If you look at gold, there's quite a few colors, and actually there's even some kind of green in it sometimes. Like there's all kinds of colors because it's supposed to be really shimmery, so a lot of times it's reflecting other light sources around it. So, but it's not, I don't think it's going to be shimmery necessarily, but I'll add several colors to make it look really cool, just to have it, give it some definition. I also, if you look here, I like it kind of that it's twisting and going in and out of each other. So kind of make sure, and then what I do is to make sure you can tell that one is going underneath the other, you just make the one going underneath darker as it goes under, see, and it gives a bit of a bend. It makes it look like it's bent under, so it gives it more of a 3D look. So, and then the end's coming out off of the mane, off of the neck. Oh, it is the mane, but so you kind of have to guess as I go. It's kind of like finding the ends of a rope, figuring out which way to go in the tangle. So this is a really big one here. It looks like this one goes underneath it, and this one, it looks like there's one here. So there's going to be a really big curl here that goes all the way out and around. And so I can darken some of the areas around to give it more of a 3D look, make it look more rounded. Hope the swirl. Like she has curly hair. Yeah, I think it's going to be a girl. I keep on saying she anyway, so think of a cool, one name I've always wanted to call, if I ever had a girl, never did, but is my oldest son is named Aramis, and it would be cool to have, if I ever had a girl, I'd call her Simara, which is Aramis backwards. I think it's a cool name, Simara. So maybe I could call this would be my girl, Simara, the unisys pega, whatever. Whatever she decides what she wants to be. I guess she can decide. Just like calling someone a human or a dog or an elephant or something. Then you have crossbreeds. That's kind of funny. Like dogs. What other animals do you know in the animal kingdom where you crossbreed them and then you give them like the last name and the first name, like a cockapoo or a poodle, a labradoodle, like a Great Dane and a Chihuahua. A Great Chihuahua, or a Chihuahua Dane. I don't think that's even like physically possible, but you never know. Some wild night, I don't know. I guess my dog's part coyote. I don't know how that happened. Someone had a crazy night in the woods. So. Anyways, so you can see how I'm just kind of doodling at this point, not really thinking about too much about it, just knowing that I want to make curls. Skipping around. These are going to probably be darker behind the ears because the ears are hiding. But also it'll make it so the ears pop more if you have it darker around them. So, little orange. There we go. And my son Garen is writing a song about this character, so I have to inform him of a name so we can add it to the song. So stay tuned. We're also going to do it in fast motion. So they don't have the attention deficit for real time. You can watch it in time lapse. So you can see me even drawing faster than I am, which I think I draw pretty fast. I think she can use some more curls here. Maybe here. Maybe there. We could always add the yellow more later. More yellow later. Yeah, it's like bedhead. No, she has amazing hair. Amazing mane, sorry. Put another one hiding. I can add more as I go because there's one here. This one's coming out. Shrinkers. Shrinkers. You see that? There's another one. I can get some areas. This is going to be darker underneath here. And this one goes. You know, if I get bored of it too, just like I want to move on. There's a lot. I have so many other tangents I can go on now because I had the wing started. I have which I want to do in this episode too. So do that. I like this curl here, kind of cute. Kind of like it's stylized curl. And then I have another curl here. I put one over here. And I could also come back with a yellow and just kind of give it a bit of a blend so it just, the lines aren't as stark, as crisp. You can always come over with another pen, even brown would, people don't think about that, but brown is actually you'll see that on gold, like little brown spots. I'll just add one there. It makes it a little more full. Just keep adding more curls here and there. I can add one here if I want a little one. Or maybe just flare it out. She's going so fast, her curls are becoming undone. It's a little bit of a curl. Maybe go that way so you can tell it wants to be curled. She just hauling butt. There we go. Oh, looks like that makes it a little more full. And make it more thick there, and darker This should be darker. Yeah, and I could, if I wanted to really speed it up, use a thicker orange. But I really would just want to get, the detail down. The thinner the marker, the more detail you can do. But you could always use it to just the color as an outline, and then color it in later, darken it in more. There we go. All right, there's one there. A little more darker there. It's coming out. I don't know exactly what's going on here. Looks like there's a curl here. One here. Maybe this one goes underneath. I don't know. It's all good. There's a really big one here. Yeah, but if you do time lapse, you don't get to hear my awesome commentary. Yeah, unless you want to hear me talking really fast, like a munchkin or something, or Alvin the chipmunk. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun. That looks like an eye right there. It's pretty cool. I could turn it into an eye, and people would have to figure out where the hidden eyes are. You see that in a lot of my art. Sometimes I'll just go with it. Like, okay, well, might as well. Since it already looks like one, might as well continue it. And up and around the horn. It could be a little darker around the horn too. I kind of messed up a bit because I forgot about the horn. It should be a little centered more, but I can fix it later. Make it a little bit darker. Just make sure I don't add any more to the darkness. But by the time I actually spend time on the horn, you won't notice. Maybe that's part of her character. Maybe that's her story. She's an outcast from her friends because her one horn is off center. Oh no, because that's not a true unicorn. It's centered right there in the forehead, right where that dot is. So she's quite peculiar. But she doesn't care. She's different. There we go. Story of perhaps Simara. Yeah, what kind of magical gifts is she gonna have? Be able to light spontaneous fires with her hair. Yeah. Warm things up. Okay, now I'm just doing a little more darker areas that I think needs to be dark. This should be darker. There's like this long one here. What the heck? Yeah, I don't think she needs a haircut, but I don't think they get haircuts. Unless they start tripping on their own mane, then I can see them be like, yeah, I need a trim. It's hazardous to be flying the skies and having it wrap around my wings. Go to some kind of a beautician. Specializes in unicorn, pegacorn manes halfway across the galaxy. Yeah, I'm assuming that she can fly in space, so I think they can go pretty much anywhere. So, I'm sure there's going to be some kind of hairstylist somewhere if it gets out of control. Maybe a couple more curls here. I can see one might Might be good here. There. Maybe even one over here. Another one here, just even it out. Looks like I actually meant to do it. There. Maybe she doesn't have to go to the hairstylist. There we go. That's good. Fixed it. Okay, maybe add some more yellow now. Fill that in a bit. I'm going to be bold and use the big side. The big brush. Well, it's all about control. I mean, the more confident I get, the more I can say, you know what, I can use the big boy brush, the big brush. So the more you have hand control and you're confident that you're not gonna overdo it, and it just makes it go faster. So I just want to put a little thickness in these curls. So after you've done this a few 100,000 times, it looks like a curl, a stack on a curl. You start to get used to, see how quickly I can go. So now I'm going to smooth all the little kind of lines that are making a little light come through. Here we go. Put that in, a little darker. Use some light spots, I think. Yeah, don't want to make it totally darkened. I'm trying to keep it light. I have a habit of, I don't say it's a bad habit, but I get used to like kind of over detailing and making things a little darker than even I would want. So, but whatever, it is what it is. It's funny because if I never say that, no one would know. They might just say like, man, this stuff is really dark. But it's probably because of the detail. I like to lay up like so much color, and with watercolor, the more color you lay, the darker it's going to get. So even though it looks beautiful, it's not going to be as light, and it's not going to have as much. It's not going to be as light overall. Yeah, we'll do a little bit there. So quite a bit of orange, quite orange. But I'm going to add brown too, so don't you worry. It'll look more of a golden color when I'm done, but I have to add just one color at a time and then keep mixing them. Trying to make it not much darker in the center though. There's some of the spots where I see that could use some. After a while, you just kind of know what looks good. So now I have a kind of like, you can see like there's almost like a light streak, which I like that. And that also, there's like a little bit of a light streak in her hair. So there's almost like these bands of lighter colors. I like that. So there we go. Looking more fancy. Oh, this is probably could be darker. Anything coming right off the neck would probably be darker. I like that little band of white, and there's a band of white here kind of that I want to keep. And then this spot, and some of these spots keep that white. So sometimes it's like, I just kind of like, oh, that looks good already, I want to keep that. Make sure I don't put any more color on that, 'cause I really like the effect of almost like she's like a frosted color. So let's do something else that's fun. Let's go make some more, let's make some more feathers. Let's go. So kind of like that. So I make it kind of like almost like a house top, That's like I'm trying to follow what I did over here. I'm not really following, it's not like I have a reference, but I've done several. But give it kind of an edge. Nothing random, I could always go back and fix it. So if I don't necessarily like the curve, I can change it. It doesn't have to be exact anyways. See, it looks like it comes out here, what I've done before. So, and then there's going to be little feathers coming off of here. I like to do several rows. They usually overlap, that's why I'll just kind of do a design. I kind of think of a rooftop when I do it, like up the top and then other side of the roof and then go straight down to make it look like it has some, and then you can also just do like a square, or you can do just a sharp, let's do a sharp one on this one. It's pretty easy, just up, down. So coming off the other one. You know, you really can't screw up too much because what, feathers are feathers, you know? Like, no, you're not doing the exact feathers that a pegacorn would have. They have this shape. Yeah, if you're actually looking at like an eagle or a canary or something, yeah, they have specific types. Some are rounded, some are sharp. So that's what's nice about making stuff up, because you're not going to have a critic coming up to you and say, hey, that isn't the way the feathers are shaped for that type of animal. Like, what animal? This animal I made up? Hey, I am the creator. I am the creator, and I can decide what shape feathers. And it's never a mistake. Like, I can't go back and go, man, I shouldn't have done that. It is what it is. I can just do a bunch of, just make a ton of layers. Maybe have a couple like spiky ones coming down. And that'll be the end. Looks like that's about the end. So have it kind of cool, like a spiky feathers. And they'll get bigger as they go further up. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'll do. And then maybe I'll there we go. Look at that. And do some big feathers maybe coming out here. There I have like every type of feather I can think of. There's the big ones. Kind of following away with my pencil mark several. I think last session I did that, last episode. Have a couple separated. Really big ones out here. A little bit different than that side, but oh well. I could actually add more here. Just have a couple ones sticking out here to make it look like they match. Yeah, I'm trying to follow the other side a little bit, but there's going to be so much detail in the feathers that it's not going to even be able to, you're not even be able to tell, really. It's funny, I get so caught up in making sure everything is like this little squares and those squares I make are look just perfect, but when you look away from it, like from a distance, you really can't tell. I mean, I'm the only one who's trying to be a perfectionist about it. There, a little stray one, a couple of stray ones, just because I want to. House, like overlapping houses. And then these are easy. You're just making, it's like mountaintops or something. Just have them overlapping a bit. Anyway, just change it up. On purpose. Nothing's an accident. Maybe I just do one more. See, how big is that getting? Pretty big. Maybe I should do a little further out. Make it all the way out here. And put a couple more big ones out here. Level them out. There we go. Maybe I don't need any more on this one. There we go. Okay, and then this one, maybe a couple more feathers. Here we go. We have to get this one done. You gotta have a lot of feathers to carry that big horse, I tell you. What's the, that's pretty heavy. I don't think it goes by wind power though. I think it's some kind of magical power. I don't think it's gonna be, especially because it's gonna be in space, so some other way it's a stabilizer, that's all it is. Yeah, that's all it is. Okay, well this one does look bigger, but this is further in the background, so maybe I'll just do one more layer here to make it look good. Like one more thick one, thick leaves, not leaves. Hey, there could be leaves, that'd be cool. There you go, another idea. Make an animal that has, or some kind of mythical creature that has leaves and branches for wings. Man, that'd be so cool. Yeah, looks like she had little whiskers. Okay, so that's about good for the detail of my wings. And I'll have a little wings in here, like little feathers. Give a little bit of detail there. Just make little peaks of little feathers. I'm going to detail the heck out of these wings though, so that is just the beginning. I'm going to go back and do all kinds of stuff. So now let's do some stuff I've been thinking of. This is going to be a bold thing. I'm going to use this pen, which is kind of a pink color. And I thought it'd be cool just to make kind of like these little shapes here. Just kind of like a C shape in here, maybe even blend it in a bit. So almost it has a little more texture, but not completely closed in. So let's see how that turns out. Maybe blend it in later. Do it around here. That's what's fun about just being creative. You just kind of, if you have an idea, just go for it. You're not going to ruin it. If anything, you're going to make it more artistic and better. And don't think of an animal, oh, that's not going to look like this animal. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're making up your own animal. So, whatever you feel you want to do, just do it and just push through it and just be bold and say, this is what I want to do. And don't let anybody else tell you that's not a good idea. So I'm not going to let you guys tell me this is a bad idea. So yeah, I just could have put little staples or whatever you call them. That gives it it gives it a little bit of texture. Maybe it's just like shows that she's shimmering. Maybe she had lights on her. Maybe she glows in the dark. Yeah, that'd be cool. She's like radiant. She's just like this beam of colors. You can see her from like miles away. Thousands and thousands of miles away in space. You're like, what the heck? Is that a comet? What is that? Is that a circus coming to town? No, it's Simara. It's coming to bring us joy, warm our hearts. It's gonna tell us some jokes. Yeah, she tells jokes. Pretty funny ones too. Sometimes they're kind of naughty jokes, but you know, older crowd. When she's around older crowds, she can let off some pretty funny jokes. But there we go. All right, that looks pretty cool actually. I like that. Maybe a couple on her face, like where she's kind of smiling, so like almost like she has little rosy cheeks. Yeah, like up in here. Pink, 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 pink. There we go. Maybe a couple here. A couple here. Yeah, you thought I was done with this, huh? Yeah, I'm always messing around with something I already did earlier. It's never quite done until I say it's done. All right. So how about, I thought this would be a good idea. Take some yellow. Did I put it away? Oh, there it is. So make the tail kind of golden too, even though I started blue. You just be really careful not to get the blue in it. I guess it's not that big of a deal. You just have it a bit of a, what you get when you get blue and yellow? I mean, yeah, you get green, so that's why you'll get a little bit of green and gold, I think, because there are blues and gold. But I decided I'm going to make this kind of match her mane a bit. But gee, there's a little green there now. Might as well just go with it. A little bit of green. A green tail. There we go. See? I wasn't gonna make it green, but I think it will turn out awesome in the end. So, and then it makes it gives the whole pen a little bit of green hue. So you can really add it. Need a little bit of white in case I want to keep the highlights going, so there we go. That's a bold move. Do I have any more bold moves left today? I think I do. I think I'm gonna be more of the body, really light blue, just in case. And I'm gonna color some light blue in here, some of these spots. So now it's gonna make it almost completely I don't know why I did that, but oh well. So yeah, I'm gonna add a little blue hue to the white, so it's not white, because she's not a white horse. Nope, I just decided that right now. There we go. And I'll fix that later. You can see there's some white there, but I'll probably want to do some blending later on, so it'd be good to have a little bit of a white gap. And so I have some room to like do some cool blending from purple to blue. And I think I'll soften up those little pink, little staple looking shapes later on. Who knows? Yeah, I think it's just a little bit too prominent compared to the stuff around it, so I'll probably soften it up a bit later. Stay tuned. Episode number, what is this for? Episode 5. Coming along good though. I might have to have a whole episode just on the wings though, because it's going to be so detailed. But you can see where it's going now. All right, well maybe I will soften it up. Get some down underneath the wings there. I think I want to do the wings like a purple color too, just because there's so much purple in here. That would be a great highlight to make it like a purple metallic color. Maybe I'll start on that a little bit too. I have a few more minutes. Kind of show you what the wings are going to look like. Maybe give it a good starting point for the next episode. A little hanger. What's he going to do? He can't stop watching now. He just started detailing the wings. Oh, wait. I got to put little C's here. I'm going to go back and highlight the face again too before it's all said and done. So yeah, I'm posting this on my website too. It's jknoxtales.com, and so you can as soon as this is done, I'll have it for purchase on different variety of different mediums, clothing, posters, and you know, you'd be the first to own an original piece of art. So I just gotta hurry up and finish this. Not hurry. Anyways, so let's do some wings. Let's do purple. Purple. Add purple. There we go. So I'll show you a detail on a wing. Let's start with this one, like a nice big one. So I kind of want to have a center of the wing, and then I like it kind of where you have little breaks in it every once in a while. But they're pretty easy. A line down the center, and then just do little feather frayings coming off of it. Individual feather pieces. And I could come back and darken some of them to make it look like there's little gaps in them. Make it look more realistic. Come back and shade them too, so that it's darker, where it's coming out from underneath the layer before. There we go. Seems like this was like a tedious process, but I like it. Every once in a while I look back and go, wow, that's really cool. I'm glad I did that. So, ding, 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 ding. Well, it's nice too now having to have a reference, because if you have to look at something the whole time, oh, I gotta make it look at just like this thing. It's just, you know, then you get disappointed. You're like, oh, it doesn't look like the thing I'm looking at. And here, like, there's no reference, and so it doesn't matter. There's no disappointment in what you're drawing if you're just creating something from a new idea. And plus, it's something that you created, not something that you're trying to duplicate or copy what someone else has done in the past. So that's when you become really creative, when you're creating something new that's never been made in the world before. So now you can see I'm kind of darkening the leaves a bit, just to show you how they'll start to look more and more realistic as I do some shading. I come back and I'll blend them in even more. Okay, so, and I'm kind of covering, sorry, I'm left-handed. I'm not sorry I'm left-handed, but you're not able to see a lot of the detail I'm doing right now. I guess that's a bad side. See, there we go. Yeah, I'll lift it up and show you, give you guys a little update on what I'm doing over here on this other side, the right-hand side with my left hand. It's a little secret mission I got going now. There's another feather. I got another one here. Dink, dink, dink. Moving along, make that all dark. A couple breaks in it. Dink, 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 dink. There we go. Then we have another one. So yeah, this is going to take a little longer, but the results are going to be amazing. I just, the more you spend, at least I think, you spend time on defining these feathers, the cooler the overall picture is going to look. I don't think I'm going to do the whole thing purple now. Maybe I'll do a different color. Who knows? Whatever I want to do. That's a pretty cool one. So maybe this one's going to be purple. You also can change the colors you use to blend them, to make them look different. Like I might use a light blue blender over here, or maybe use a yellow blender. What do we do if you get purple and blue and yellow? I don't know, brown. I don't know, it's like too many colors. That'd be red, blue, and yellow mixed together, which is pretty much brown. Or something like that. Yeah, I'll probably choose something different. Okay, getting close to being at a finishing point for episode 4. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'm going to be a lot more active now that I have more time on my hands to keep plugging these out, pumping these out, and I'll evolve as an artist as I go and be more creative. And my son's going to add some songs to it and make it more personalized too. So that's going to be fun. Look forward to that. Maybe in the next episode, I'll have some music on the background. I'll have some ones that are in time lapse. I think once I'm completely finished with this drawing, I'll do the whole thing in time lapse, and then have my son's music playing as you're watching it. So let's do one more feather, and then we'll call it quits for this episode. Enough stimulus for one day. There we go. So there we go. We got some of the feathers started too. It's going to come together. Hope you're enjoying me create something new and magical and fun. Keep in tune for the next episode.